Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to Tech It Out. It's episode 324, which I didn't think people were really keeping track. I'm sure most are not, but I do get messages from listeners who write something like, hey Mark, in episode 319, you had a guest on who works for a flying car company or whatever. So I guess it does help. So yeah, this is episode 324 of Tech It Out, the first show of December 23. Hope you're all doing well and getting ready for a fun holiday season. I was in Las Vegas this week for AWS reInvent, as it's called. It's Amazon's cloud company that empowers businesses. So it was a fun few days chatting with a bunch of folks. And so the first interview on Tech It Out this hour was recorded in Sin City the other day with Blast Motion. They're a company that adds sensors to sports equipment to tell you how you're doing. After that, we'll get to free video streaming with Tubi. This is the best ad-supported streaming service with hundreds of thousands of TV show episodes and movies, as well as live news and sports and more. That's Tubi, T-U-B-I. So they'll be on the show this hour. Also coming up, gadget gift ideas with tech experts Mario Armstrong, as well as Stephanie Humphrey, including a few ways that tech can help you save money and or manage money better this holiday season. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out. All right, let's kick things off. So I'm here with Bhaskar Bose. He is VP of Advanced Engineering at Blast Motion, a partner of AWS. They're here at AWS reInvent to chat about their sports technology. Good to chat with you, Bhaskar. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
So why don't we dive right in? What is Blast Motion all about? And then we'll cover what you've announced this week here at the show.
Okay, so Blast Motion is an information company. We build sensors and we put that into sports equipment. And then our end consumers, basically athletes, use that information. Our focus is on making athletes the best version of themselves. And so we provide mobile apps that provide you with metrics and insights. We push all that data to AWS's cloud, and then we provide aggregate data and insights from that.
What kind of sports?
Well, we're currently focused on baseball, softball, and golf, but on our roadmap, we have other sports also in mind.
I know Blast Motion's been around for a while. Do you focus specifically on professionals, or can any sort of baseball player or golfer leverage your technology, or not yet?
No, so when we designed the technology, we built it for high volume manufacturing, but we also made sure that the precision and all the data in the sensor works regardless of the level of play. We designed it for being a highly accurate sensor for the professional level, but also all the way down to the youth market. The beauty of that is that there's no data fragmentation. The data that we get from a youth player is the same data that we're getting off a professional player. And so we're collecting data all the way from professional down to the youth, up and down the stack. We have over 350 million swings that we've collected over a decade. And so we have data on players that started when they were 8 years old and now they're 18. And then we also have data on players that started when they were 18 and now they're 28. So that kind of data, looking at the journey from being a youth athlete all the way to a professional player, is something that we basically are developing insights out and providing that to our customers.
So in order to capture this data, like a baseball bat swing or a golf swing, are we talking sensors that are embedded in the equipment themselves, cameras instead maybe that's facing the baseball player or the golfer? Can you talk to us about how you're collecting the data?
Yes, what we've developed is sensor technology that can either be embedded into a piece of sports equipment or it can be attached. So we work with the equipment manufacturers, and so they develop equipment that can house our sensor technology, creating like blast-enabled baseball bats. We work with the golf manufacturers to create blast-enabled golf clubs, and the technology is designed in such a way that even if the bat doesn't have a housing for the sensor. It can be just attached to it. So any golf club, any baseball bat can have our technology.
And what kind of things are you analyzing?
We collect three-dimensional swing data of the entire swing. So unlike a lot of technologies that look at what we call output metrics like ball flight, we are looking at the human movement, all the swing data prior to actually striking the ball. The beauty of that is that, you can have two players that have the same bat speed, but how they get there is very different. You can have two players that have the same exit velocity, but their power profiles may be very different. We're able to answer the question of why, whereas other technologies answer the question of what.
And then once that data is collected, how are you leveraging AWS?
Yeah, so we push all the data up to the cloud. Now, our cloud infrastructure is very robust. We're collecting over 240,000 swings a day. So all that data is being aggregated, stored in AWS, but then our AI and our analytics are running off of that data. So we're looking at data from different population demographics. We're able to take, professional data, or whether it's high school data or college data, and be able to provide insights back to the end consumer on what their level of play is, how they're doing compared to other kids in their same age group. So we're using that cloud to give you basically those aggregated insights.
Yeah, information is bliss, not ignorance is bliss, right? Are you able to apply your technology to other sports? Have you talked about that? Because I know Blast Motion's been around, as you said, about a decade.
Early on, we did pretty much all sports. And then, as we were in that development cycle, we decided to go to market with baseball, softball, and golf to focus on those sports. Once we had the adoption, we would move into other sports. So other sports are definitely on the roadmap.
Okay, but nothing you can talk about today.
Nothing to talk about, but there's some really cool stuff coming.
Awesome. Yeah. What I'm hoping you can talk about, I think a great place to end off is how you may be leveraging generative AI, Gen AI, which I think was announced this week. Can you talk to us about what Gen AI is and then how this can be applied to Blast Motion? Yeah,
so generative AI, we view it as a watershed moment for us. I mean, we have been collecting this data over a decade in anticipation of this technology. I mean, it is the fundamental technology that answers three fundamental questions that our customers have asked for. Right. One is, what does the metrics mean? Number two is, what is my level of play? And number three is, how do I get better? And so our next generation apps and solution are all based on AI, and generative AI is fundamental to that.
Can you elaborate? I mean, for example, if I'm a baseball player trying to get in the MLB, can I ask it questions about my performance? Is it in the sensor, or is it once the data is collected and aggregated and like now in a computer model or something?
Yeah, so all that data is in the cloud. And so through our mobile apps, you'll be able to query that and ask questions. Just communicate with our generative AI system and using natural language, and then you're going to get insights back similar to what our data scientists and our biomechanists and those kinds of feedback that we generally provide to our customers. That's not now being automatically generated by the AI system.
Can you give me an example of what you can ask it?
Yeah, so from a parent perspective, you can ask simple questions like, how is my kid, what's their level of play? Where do they rank compared to other kids in their group? Mm-hmm. So we have that data. So our system will go back and say that this is your kid's level of play. This is this area that your kid needs to work on. If your kid wants to get recruited, these are the three metrics, and here's where your kid stands.
Oh. And this Blast Motion technology, powered by AWS, is freely available, or is this like a subscription model?
Yeah, so there's basically the sensor sells, the baseball sensor is $149.95, and then the golf sensor is $179.95. The mobile app is free. We do have a tiered subscription model. I think the entry-level tier is probably $69.95 a year. So very inexpensive, and then you get access to Blast technology.
And the best website to learn more?
Blastmotion.com.
Blastmotion.com. We've been chatting with Bhaskar Bose. He is the Vice President of Advanced Engineering at the company. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
You are listening to Tech It Out on the Radio American Network. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Mark Saltzman. I'm a syndicated columnist with publications like USA Today and Reviewed.com, which is also owned by USA Today. I write for AARP, Costco Connection Magazine, Reader's Digest, Common Sense Media. Inverse Magazine is one of the newer publications that I contribute to. And before we continue on with the show, I wanted to give a shout out to Visa. I wanted to thank them for their support on Tech It Out. We cover cybersecurity quite a bit on this program and how you can best protect yourself in the digital age, even if you're not super tech savvy. And what better time than early December to talk about securely shopping online? Visa has made significant investments in fraud prevention over the past 5 years, as much as $10 billion to support the company's brand promise to protect the financial information of individuals and businesses. You can head over to visa.com/security for a top 10 list of ways to protect yourself. Everything from looking for that little padlock on your favorite shopping site to make sure it's secure, to having good passwords and multi-factor authentication, where you get that one-time code sent to your phone to type in as well as your password to prove it's really you. Making sure you use a secure payment method like Visa, where you've got buyer protection in case something goes wrong with that purchase, all that. So head on over to visa.com/security. When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to chat with Tubi about its free video streaming platform. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. We love streaming TV shows and movies, but one thing we can all agree on is that no one wants to pay for yet another monthly subscription. Good news, a new crop of completely free video streaming services are now available, referred to as AVOD or FAST, both of which are acronyms we'll explain in a moment, with the leading company in this space, Tubi, which has a huge catalog of content. We're joined on the line by Adam Lewinson, Chief Content Officer at Tubi. Hi, Adam. Good to chat with you.
Hi, Mark. Very nice to be with you, and thanks for having us on the podcast.
Sure thing. Now, before we talk about Tubi, please define those acronyms, AVOD, AVOD, and FAST, just as it sounds.
Yes, and in our industry, we do love our acronyms. So the way to think about it is FAST stands for free ad-supported television, and it's almost the umbrella. And underneath it, there's really two different subsets. One is AVOD, which is ad-supported video on demand, and the other side of it is linear streaming. So really the way to look at it is just this is the new way of talking about television through streaming. And I'll throw in one more for you. It's not an acronym. Streamflation is another thing that we talk about these days, which is just the sense that there's so many subscription services, which is SVOD, subscription video on demand, that consumers are increasingly turning to free streaming services, including Tubi, of course, just as they see all of their subscription bills racking up higher and higher month over month.
Yeah, ironically, a lot of people cut their cable in favor of the likes of Netflix and Amazon Prime Video and Disney Plus, Apple TV Plus, only to be spending more than what cable costs when you add up all of those paid services. So thanks for that, Adam. Well, it kind of answers my next question, Adam, about why you think these free ad-supported streaming solutions are so popular. It's just that we're just done with subscriptions, but we still want good content.
100%. And really what we're talking about is just television. And we believe that the future of streaming is free, ad-supported, and predominantly on demand. So streamers are facing content overload, and free ad-supported streaming, it isn't adding to the streamflation with all of these subscription woes. Mm-hmm. And we've seen more viewers embrace ad-supported streaming with Tubi's massive library. There's literally something for everyone.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's hear about Tubi. How much content do you host at tubitv.com or on the app?
Right. So in the US, Tubi is the #1 free streaming service. And we're engaging audiences through a personalized experience with what is the world's largest content library. We've got well over 200,000 movies and TV episodes. We've got a growing collection of over 200 Tubi originals and over 300 FAST channels. So the idea here is that viewers can go down any rabbit hole they want, and whether they're looking for a niche horror film or a recent big blockbuster title. So for instance, in this month of November, we've got some new titles on the platform, including some recent series, Gotham and Batwoman, both in the DC universe. We've got all of the Twilight movies, the Divergent franchise. We've got big classic movies like Beetlejuice. And then across all of these fast channels, you've got live news, you've got sports. We just launched an NBA G League fast channel, which includes hundreds of live games from the NBA G League. And then we also have a brand new fast channel with Mr. Beast. So for viewers who enjoy watching his videos on YouTube, we have more of an extended viewing experience.
All right, so Tubi Originals, these are funded and produced by Tubi, and you can only access this content on your platform.
That's right. We've been creating Tubi Originals for about 2.5 years now. And the way we look at it is we really understand that since everyone is unique, there isn't a one-size-fits-all streaming approach, certainly when it comes to originals. So what we've been doing is really just super serving our viewers with content that really just amplifying the content that they love. In the US, we have a very young audience. A third of our audience is 18 to 34. Over half of our audience identifies as multicultural. So our originals have reflected that diversity and with diverse voices both in front of and behind the camera. We also have some bigger films coming very soon, including The Thicket, which is a film starring Peter Dinklage, of course, from Game of Thrones, and Juliette Lewis. It's a Western thriller. And we've got lots more exciting content coming across both scripted and unscripted.
Can you tell us a little bit about how videos can be personalized, Adam? Kind of learns like what you like. For me, I'm a horror movie fan, but my wife does not like horror. So we'll be, I guess, presented with different content to view?
Yes, Mark, that's absolutely right. So we focus very heavily on personalization tools so that when you come to Tubi, obviously with this massive library, the more we understand what the viewer is looking for, the faster we can get them to what they want to watch. So for you, Mark, we've got thousands and thousands of horror titles. So we want to make sure that we're always presenting to you the newest titles, the latest and greatest, including some classics that you haven't seen previously. And that's actually, horror is a great example of where we're super serving viewers with originals as well. So for instance, we just launched a Tubi original horror movie called Dante's Hotel, starring Judd Nelson and Annalyn McCord.
Got to check that out.
Yeah, please do. It's a fun, scary movie.
More with Adam Lewinson from Tubi when we return on Tech It Out. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out. We're chatting with Adam Lewinson, Chief Content Officer at Tubi, the biggest streaming video platform that's completely free. It's ad supported, so you just have to sit through a couple of short ads before your content starts and during it, but certainly less frequent and shorter than traditional television or cable television. So we're learning all about TubiTV.com and the Tubi app. We'll get more into what you need to get going in a moment.
Last year, we produced 2 movies from classic IP that you may be familiar with, Terror Train. And coming up early next year, we have a horror movie called Festival of the Living Dead. But we also are mindful, right? You may sit down on the couch with your significant other, perhaps kids, and that's not a situation where you probably are going to want to be watching horror films. So we're very mindful to make sure that we provide an array of choices and give you opportunities to go down different rabbit holes. So specifically for kids streaming, we have a section called Tubi Kids, which is essentially just an area. Once a parent clicks into the Tubi Kids section, you're only going to see age-appropriate content. You can feel comfortable streaming with your kids. And then when you're done, you can pop out of that and go back to the horror movies that you want to watch.
Can you clarify before we wrap up, Adam, what you need to get going? Obviously an internet connection, but what devices do you support?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. So one of the best things about Tubi is it's really easy to start viewing. We're available pretty much anywhere you stream. Go into your favorite app store, whether it's on your phone or any streaming box like a Roku or Amazon Fire TV or a smart TV like a Vizio, an LG or a Samsung. Our app is there, and all you need to do is download the app. It's as simple as that. We don't take credit cards. You just download and start streaming. It's not a subscription service, of course, but if you choose to register, where all you need is an email address, again, no credit card, that unlocks personalization tools. So that's where algorithmically we can start to understand your viewing habits. Or if you start to watch a series, so for instance, we've just launched classic Doctor Who across the US and Canada. It's over 600 episodes. So certainly, if you want to keep track of where you've been and what the next episode is, it's very simple. All you need to do is log in using your email address, and then we keep track of where you are in your queue to make it easy.
So theoretically, you can start a TV show on your iPad and then go to your computer when you're back at home and continue where you left off, or your smart TV, and vice versa. Now you're on your iPhone with 10 minutes left of your work's lunch hour. You can finish off that flick.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Mark. And that's the beauty of just when you sign in, your account follows you wherever you are. In fact, we have a lot of viewers who during the day, maybe on the subway or in the office, they're scrolling through on their phone and they put titles in the queue. They come home at night and they watch it on their big screen TV.
Love it.
Tubi is accessible on over 25 devices, TVs, smartphones, tablets, computers, gaming consoles, all via our Tubi app.
And can you tell us, Adam, what this Rabbit AI is all about?
Yes, Rabbit AI is a very exciting new feature. So if a viewer just isn't sure what they want to watch, they can get some help from our Rabbit AI tool, which is a first of its kind mobile feature. It's powered by ChatGPT-4, and it offers viewers a new way to navigate the platform and discover movies and TV shows. Rabbit AI allows viewers to go beyond just a regular keyword search. You ask questions, and in the same way that you'd ask a friend, hey, can you give me a recommendation? And Rabbit AI will give you an answer. So I recommend viewers download our mobile app, check out Rabbit AI. You can ask it for very granular questions. I want to watch a romantic comedy that was released in 1993, takes place in Seattle, and it will give you an answer.
Sleepless in Seattle, maybe?
I hope so.
All right, finally, where's the best place to get going? The app, the website address?
So if you want to learn more, it's best to just start out at tubitv.com. You can also check us out on social media, including Instagram, X, and Facebook. And you can also go to the App Store on your favorite device.
Adam, it's been great chatting with you. Congrats on the success of Tubi TV to date. TubiTV.com is the best place to get going. Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Mark, thank you. This has been fun.
Tubi or not Tubi? I'm sure they've heard that a million times, so I didn't even say that when I was on the line with Adam, but couldn't resist. So TubiTV.com, again, be sure to check that out. Let's jump into our next interview. Looking for gifts for a tech-obsessed loved one? Well, good thing we've got digital lifestyle expert Mario Armstrong with us to help you tech the halls this holiday season. Hey, Mario, hope you're doing well amidst the craziness of the pre-holiday season.
Oh, man. It goes crazy right now in our industry for both of us. We're doing a lot to try to, really give people things that they could really think about, gift ideas that would be great for them, as well as trying to find gifts for our own family members. So sometimes when I'm putting these lists together, I'm trying not to be so selfish to me, because I got to think about the listeners and I got to think about what people need. So I've partnered up with some great brands to really come up with some good stuff that I think are great for the family and heavy on the kids this time too.
All right, Mario. So with that in mind, let's start with some gifts for the little ones and maybe something the whole family can enjoy.
The first one for me is a photo printer. which not just any photo printer. I love the HP Sprocket Studio Plus. Now, this is really small and tiny. You can really take this with you on the go. So if you're going to be traveling over the holidays and you want to print pictures right from the device, like right from your phone in minutes, this is perfect. You'll print out glossy 4x6 prints. They're smudge-proof technology, tear-resistant. So it's a really great way to have a keepsake of a memory. But you can also do cool things like create photo cards. You can make collages, photo frames. And one cool, interesting thing, I was talking to a friend who said, like, yeah, one of their kids isn't in some of the family prints because they were born after prints were like cool. And so like now they're back again, and it's like it's a really great way. You don't have to go to the store, you don't have to make those trips to try to print something out from your phone. And how many of us have great photos of our family on our phones?
Yeah, I love what's old is new again, right? The kids who were brought up in the digital age think it's so cool when they can hold a physical copy of a photo that they can put in their locker or on their bedroom dresser or what have you. That's great stuff. And I know that the HP Sprocket app is what you use in order to print your photos or add some fun to it before you print it. Very cool stuff. Mario's going to hang out when we return on Tech It Out, more gadget gift ideas. And then after Mario, we're going to chat with Stephanie Humphrey, another tech lifestyle expert who will share some of her top picks as we head into the holiday season. December is here after all. So stick with us. A lot more Tech It Out coming right up after this.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltz.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. We're chatting with Mario Armstrong, tech lifestyle expert, about some gadget gift ideas ahead of the holidays. And as we move on, Mario, I think you were going to talk about Amazon Kids Plus.
Yeah, well, Kids Plus is part of the content that you can get through their new 2 tablets that they have. So the Fire HD10 Kids is one tablet, and then the Fire HD10 Kids Pro. Now, both of these tablets are really great for ages that range from like 3 to 12 years old. So Amazon's come out with these 2 great tablets that have, beautiful HD display, parental controls. It's got 13 hours of battery life, which is really great. And then that Amazon Kids Plus will give you access to all types, like thousands of ad-free content, like videos that they can watch, or educational content, books, and even games. And one of my favorite things is that they have the Play Together games. So this is where kids can invite parents and grownups to kind of like play with them. So it doesn't have to be like this isolated thing, that you can actually be involved with your kid.
Yeah, I like that. Or if you're on a road trip this holiday season and you're trying to reduce the "are we there yet" from the back seat, the kids can be playing on these tablets with super long battery life and enjoying themselves.
That's right.
And Mario, we should tell our listeners that for all of these items that you are talking about today, we're not going to mention pricing on the air. Head over to inthenews.tv, where you can see Mario demonstrating these items and also grab links to pick them up if you want to price them out and buy them for yourself or a loved one, because prices can fluctuate, especially this time of year. So just head on over to inthenews.tv. And speaking of games, I know you wanted to chat about Sonic, who is back on multiple consoles.
It is, and they got some new features with this, and it's a classic. Like, who doesn't love Sonic the Hedgehog? Like, when I think of Sonic the Hedgehog, I think of like fast action, moving quickly, lots of fun. And so this holiday with Sonic Superstars, it's the newest game for the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise. And in this one, you're going to speed through new terrain. There's new environments, incredible 3D graphics, but you also can play as all 4 characters. So like Sonic or Tails or Knuckles or Amy, and their jobs is to really stop the evil Dr. Eggman. And so with their new 4-player local co-op, that means 4 people can play at the same time, which is really a lot of fun for the whole family. It's out now, and you can play it on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and PC.
I love that it's multi-platform. That's awesome. So regardless of the console or PC that you've got, you could pick up this family-friendly game. We are chatting with Mario Armstrong, digital lifestyle expert, joining us to share some gadget and game gift ideas ahead of the holidays. Before we get to one more for the little ones, how can we shop smarter this holiday?
Yeah, we all need to stretch our budgets, especially in this time, but also just this time of year. Shopping smartly and not overspending is really important. So you got to use technology to help you with that. And I think PayPal really is great. because not only can you earn cash back, but you can also maximize rewards. And so you can be shopping for cashback offers from thousands of stores. And you can do this like right in the app. And I'm talking like literally everything. So if you're looking for beauty items, if you're looking for clothes and the hot fashion trends, or if you're looking for the latest cool tech that I'm talking about today, all of that and more can be found in there. And then I use something called PayPal Honey. I have it installed on my browser, on my desktop. So PayPal Honey allows me, like if I'm shopping on any site and there's a coupon or cashback rewards that I could get, it'll give me a pop-up notification to let me know that, which is great. And then there's also the Honey drop list on PayPal, which is you could basically tag an item that you're interested in and you want to monitor the price of that. So if the price drops, you'll be alerted so that way you can get it at the price that's, the least expensive.
Yeah, amazing. I just wrote an article about the best apps to save you money over Black Friday and Cyber Monday leading into the holidays, and I included PayPal Honey for sure. All right, Mario, before we wrap up, I think you've got one more wow gift for the kids, especially for fans of the Caped Crusader.
Yes, and who doesn't love the Cape Crusader? And I'm talking now, this is going to be perfect for preschool age kids. So get really tiny with me here for a second. They'll have a lot of fun with Batwheel's Launch and Race Batcave. Imagine a little racetrack that's 3 floors high. And it's got an elevator so that you can put all your cars and carry the cars around with you. It's got a spiral speedway that runs in a nice little circular spiral fashion. And it's got cool lights, sounds, and phrases. And of course, you're like in the Batcave with the car racing around. How cool is that? But then they also have BAM, the Batmobile remote control car. So if you got the space and you want them to have a lot of fun and they want to have a remote control, this is really great. It's got cool lights, 2 speeds, 1 button for turbo action, and it takes off, Mark. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Kids are going to be wowed by that for sure.
Awesome, Mario. Again, what's the best website to learn more?
So you can go to our website, inthenews.tv, with all the details, pricing, links, and more. And then if you have questions for me directly, just let me know you heard me here. And you can ask me on Instagram at Mario Armstrong.
Awesome, Mario. Thank you so much for carving out some time to chat. That's at Mario Armstrong on Instagram. The website is inthenews.tv. Thanks again, Mario. Happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas.
You too, man. It's great. I know you're going to enjoy the family when they're all around. Happy holidays to you as well.
Yeah, I was telling Mario before we went on the air that my 3 kids are coming home from college. So excited to have a staycation with them. Maybe we'll go away in the spring when they are all off. But can't wait to hang with them ahead of CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, which of course I will be attending on January 8th until the 11th or 12th and broadcasting from there. That's of course the Super Bowl of tech where all the big announcements are. So looking forward to that very much. And I will see Mario Armstrong there for sure. And probably our next guest, Stephanie Humphrey, who will join us after this short break. She is also going to share a few of her gadget and game gift ideas ahead of the holidays for little ones as well. So stick with us. We are going to continue with Tech It Out on the Radio America Network when we return. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
Hey, if you feel like you're hitting a wall on some gift ideas, have no fear. Stephanie Humphrey is here. The tech lifestyle expert is joining us for a few minutes to share some of her gotta have it gifts to help melt that shopping stress away. Hey, Stephanie, great to chat with you again. Happy holidays.
Same to you, and thanks so much for having me today. And yeah, I partnered with some really great brands that hopefully will ease that shopping stress just a little bit.
So with that in mind, why don't we start with something unique?
Well, this one is very unique, and I totally need it. It is the LG Styler Steam Closet. It can save your loved ones a trip to the dry cleaner and keep their clothes clean, refreshed, and deodorized. It's really great for those hard-to-wash items like backpacks and stuffed toys, and it can help get rid of allergens without harsh chemicals, which I love. The True Steam technology can also circulate to dry your clothing, and the Steam Closet connects to Amazon Alexa and other virtual home assistants distance. So this is a really amazing and useful gift this season.
I know it always makes a buzz at the Consumer Electronics Show at the LG booth. And this is something I've had my eye on for a couple of years, and it gets better and better with every iteration. I'm on TV a lot, so instead of having to keep driving to the dry cleaners and having to go pick them up and all that, this sounds like a good time and money saver overall. Love that. And we should tell our listeners, Stephanie, that for all of these items that we're chatting about, including the LG Styler Steam Closet, we're not going to mention pricing on the air. Our listeners should head on over to inthenews.tv, where not only will you see Stephanie demonstrate these items, but you'll also grab links to read more about them, get pricing, and purchase them if you're interested. All right, next up, what would be a good gift for someone that loves the outdoors?
Well, the Festool Outdoor Sustainer would be a very cool gift for the outdoor enthusiast. The limited edition package includes branded insulated stainless steel mugs and a camouflage style hat, and the unique storage solutions easily transport everything they'll need for a day on the hiking trail or at their favorite fishing spot. It's also perfect for that person who's handy to keep their tools organized too. So everything's at your fingertips for the next trip or the next project.
All right, so that's Festool, Festool, outdoor enthusiasts. No doubt they're familiar with that brand, but I thought I'd clarify. Yeah. And before we talk about a few gifts for the little ones, how about a way to ease the financial strain tied to holiday shopping?
Right, because we know during the holiday season, and especially in times of inflation like right now, many families find that money is running tight. So here's something to check out. If you're approved, the H&R Block Emerald Advanced Loan could give you a little bit of extra breathing room this holiday season. You could get up to $1,300, and there is no impact to your credit to check eligibility. Just visit hrblock.com, you learn more, you make an appointment, and maybe, get a little bit of help for the holiday season.
Thanks, Stephanie. We are chatting with Stephanie Humphrey, Tech Life expert, joining us for a few minutes to share some of her gift ideas and ways to also help make things a little easier on your wallet as well. And who wouldn't want that after the year we've just endured? Why don't we end off with a couple of gift ideas for the kiddos on your gift list?
Yeah, I love gifts that are fun and have a lesson with them, and teaching kids to express their emotions is so important. The Feelings Family hand puppets help kids explore positive and negative feelings through hands-on play, since each puppet's unique facial expressions help them connect with their own emotions. They're for kids ages 18 months all the way to 12 years old, and they're especially useful throughout the busy holiday season to show them what emotions look like and how to articulate them in the most positive way. And then if you have a preschooler on your list that loved Paw Patrol the Mighty movie, they are going to love the Paw Patrol Sky electric motorcycle ride-on. It has a steering wheel, it goes forward and in reverse, and it includes training wheels to help little ones keep their balance and easily control their ride. It's an interactive experience with lights and sounds that provides hours of fun, and it is perfect for any little ones who just can't get enough of the adorable series or the movie.
Forget the little ones. I'm looking at this Paw Patrol motorcycle on your set right now. I know you're doing a bunch of TV interviews, so I can see you. I see that motorcycle beside you. I want one that's like adult size.
I'm telling you, I may be riding this one up out of here when we wrap today.
That would be a very good visual. Speaking of which, where can we see these items and pick up pricing and links and all that? What's the best website again?
Well, you can visit inthenews.tv for all of the info and links. And I just want to wish you a happy holidays, Mark.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Inthenews.tv. Great chatting with you as always. Be well.
Take care.
And to the Tech It Out listeners out there in Radio Land and in Podcast Land, you take care as well. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to properly back up your important files on a regular basis, just in case. I always trust my information with SanDisk and Western Digital drives, sandisk.com and westerndigital.com. They will lead you to a couple of sales at big retailers, especially this time of year, so you can save quite a bit. Thank you to Western Digital for your support on Tech It Out. They were on the show a couple of weeks back with WD Black, their gaming division within Western Digital. Hey, have a great rest of your day, everyone. A healthy week ahead, and I look forward to catching up with you next weekend for another brand new episode of Tech It Out. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.